in the heart of Savannah, Georgia, where Spanish moss drapes over ancient oaks and whispers of old souls fill the humid air, lived a 17-year-old girl named Zuri. Zuri had always been different. She possessed the gift of spirit walking, a secret talent passed down through generations of her family. It was a power both revered and feared, a bridge between the living and the dead. One stormy night, Zuri's grandmother, Nana June, revealed a dark family secret. 10 years ago, Zuri's mother, Angela, had struck a desperate bargain with a demon named Belial to save her daughter from a deadly illness. In exchange, Angela had promised her soul. Now, Belial had come to collect. "Child, you must go to hell and bring your mama back," Nana June said, her voice trembling. "You are the only one who can save her." With a heavy heart, Zuri prepared for her journey. She gathered protective charms, sage, and a worn leather-bound book filled with ancient spells. As midnight approached, she lay down on her bed, clutched her mother's locket, and began to spirit walk. Zuri's soul drifted from her body, floating through the ethereal plane. She followed the pull of darkness, descending through layers of despair and anguish until she reached the gates of hell. The gates were monstrous, wrought iron twisted into the likeness of tormented souls. With a deep breath, Zuri pushed them open and stepped inside. Hell was a landscape of horrors beyond imagination. Rivers of molten lava snaked through charred wastelands, and the air was thick with the stench of brimstone and decay. Screams of the damned echoed in the distance, a haunting symphony of eternal torment. Zuri steeled herself, determined to find her mother. As she ventured deeper, she encountered tortured spirits and malevolent demons, their eyes glinting with malice. She warded them off with her protective charms and spells, her heart pounding in her chest. After what felt like an eternity, she arrived at the Fortress of Despair, a towering structure of blackened stone where Belial resided. Inside, the fortress was a labyrinth of dark corridors and shadowy alcoves. Zuri navigated the maze, her senses heightened by fear and urgency. Finally, she reached a grand chamber where Belial sat upon a throne of bones, a grotesque figure wreathed in shadows. Her mother, Angela, was chained to the wall, her spirit weak and fading. "Welcome, little spirit walker," Belial hissed, his voice a venomous caress. "Have you come to trade your soul for hers?" Zuri stood tall, her eyes blazing with determination. "I'm here to take my mother back. You have no claim over her soul." Belial laughed, a sound that chilled Zuri to her core. "A bold claim, but you have no power here." Summoning all her courage, Zuri recited an ancient incantation from the leather-bound book. The air crackled with energy as the spell took hold, the protective charms glowing with a fierce light. Belial snarled, his form wavering under the assault of the ancient magic. With a final burst of strength, Zuri reached for her mother, breaking the chains that bound her. Angela's spirit stirred, her eyes opening to see her daughter standing before her. Together, they chanted the spell, their voices harmonizing in a powerful crescendo. A vortex of light engulfed them, tearing through the fabric of hell. Belial screamed in fury as the magic severed his hold on Angela's soul. In an instant, Zuri and her mother were pulled through the vortex, away from the horrors of hell, and back to the safety of their home. Zuri awoke in her bed, gasping for breath. Her mother lay beside her, weak but alive. Tears of relief streamed down their faces as they embraced, the bond between them stronger than ever. "You did it, Zuri," Angela whispered, her voice filled with pride and love. "You saved me." Zuri nodded, exhaustion washing over her. She had faced the depths of hell and triumphed, rescuing her mother's soul from the clutches of a demon. It was a journey that had tested her spirit and courage, but in the end, love had prevailed. As the first rays of sunlight pierced through the storm clouds, Zuri and Angela knew they were not entirely safe yet. Demons do not forgive easily, and Belial would surely seek vengeance. Days turned into weeks, and life slowly returned to a semblance of normalcy. Angela's health improved, but the haunted look in her eyes remained. She knew the price of their victory was yet to be paid. Zuri, too, felt the weight of her actions. Every shadow seemed to hold a lurking danger, every whisper in the night a promise of retribution.